Attention shoppers, due to poor management, you should all go home. Like now.
One of the biggest and most popular grocery store chains in America is Kroger. With nearly 3,000 stores in 30 states, Kroger is a nationwide phenomenon.
They're everywhere.
A company as big as Kroger doesn't make it through over 100 years in business without building up a repertoire of interesting stories and fun trivia tidbits along the way. Here are the top 10 untold truths of Kroger grocery stores.
You can get yours today at Kroger. But hurry up, it's only in stores for a limited time.
Kitchen 1883. If you're a fan of Kroger and living in Cincinnati, Ohio, the birthplace of Kroger, or Union, Kentucky, you're in luck. These are the homes of the two locations of the Kroger-owned restaurant, Kitchen 1883. Named for the year of Kroger's founding, this restaurant is known for its fantastic burgers, decadent chicken and waffles, and delicious cocktails.
Would you like to get a cocktail?
Serving brunch, lunch, and dinner, you're sure to be met with an incredible spread at any time of day. Take a few minutes to browse their online menu. The pictures alone will have you drooling. Kitchen 1883's original Cincinnati location was such a hit that they opened up their second restaurant a few states over. We're hoping this isn't the end of the restaurant's expansion and that we'll soon be able to dine at Kitchen 1883 locations all over the country. This restaurant specializes in comfort food and serves something for everyone. They even offer catering and takeout services, making them a great choice for any occasion. Not many people realize that this restaurant has any association with Kroger, so hopefully this brings it to your attention and inspires you to go check it out. Working towards a sustainable future.
Hey, I am very passionate about the planet.
One of the reasons we love Kroger so much is for their endless dedication to sustainability. They pride themselves on their cage-free eggs, recycling initiatives, sustainably sourced seafood, how's that for a tongue twister, and their major reduction in greenhouse gas production. As such a massive corporation, Kroger recognizes that it can have a tremendous impact on the environment, for better or for worse. We fully respect their decision to use their power for good and the efforts they've made to transition to a waste-free, sustainable company. They're also big promoters of organic food.
Is this organic?
And actually owned their own organic brand called Simple Truth Organic. Simple Truth Organic is ridiculously popular, showing that people across America also value organic produce. In 1 year, the Simple Truth Organic brand makes more sales than many American grocery store chains. It's good to see a supermarket as big as Kroger care about where our food comes from. They're setting a great example, and we hope that other supermarkets start to follow in their footsteps. Bet you didn't know that was Kroger. The Kroger Company isn't just Kroger. It owns a mind-blowing number of other stores and brands, many of which have nothing to do with food. Interestingly enough, Kroger isn't the only grocery store owned by Kroger. The company's empire also includes stores like Ralph's, Fry's, King Soopers, and many, many more. Outside of supermarkets, Kroger is the proud owner of Murray's Cheese, a popular cheese shop in New York.
That's it, cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese.
Since purchasing the business, Kroger has begun selling Murray's Cheese in some of their locations, which is fantastic news for those of us who don't live nearby the original Murray's Cheese, as it gives us access to some of the best cheese in America. Kroger also has a massive private label network, owning a whopping 37 production plants across the country. Some brand names you might recognize are Heritage Farm, Private Selection, and Simple Truth Organic. They don't really box themselves in, as they have money in bakeries and the dairy, meat, and beverage industries, among others. One of the more surprising things about Kroger is that they have a fine jewelry division. Yep, you heard that right. As the owners of Fred Meyer Jewelers, also sometimes known as Littman Jewelers, Kroger actually operates over 320 jewelry stores in 30 states.
Jewelry! Jewelry! It's jewelry, people!
These These jewelry stores can be found in many malls, but also in many Kroger-owned supermarkets. You know, in case you want some bling to go with your carrots. Meet Barney Kroger. You've probably never thought about it, but if we gave you a couple of guesses, you'd probably be able to guess that Kroger gets its name from its founder.
I'm in shock.
Before founding what was to become America's 18th largest company, Barney Kroger was an employee at the Imperial Tea Company. An ambitious man, he aspired to become a partner. When he was refused, he decided to make it on his own.
Well, I don't need you guys anyway. You guys can kiss my...
He gave his 2 weeks, or whatever the protocol was back in those days, and with only $372 to his name, started his own grocery store. When it opened in the early 1880s, the first Kroger was based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and called the Great Western Tea Company. After about 20 years, the name was changed to Kroger Grocery and Baking Company. Kroger was one of the first stores to become a one-stop shop for all your food and household needs. It's in part thanks to Barney Kroger's innovation that grocery stores as we know them came to be. Throughout the 20th century, Kroger's company continued to grow until it became the supermarket giant we know today. Barney Kroger sold his shares in the company in the late 1920s and passed away just a decade later, so he never got to see just how big the Kroger company eventually got. He'd probably be blown away by it.
You're my boy, Blue!
Clearance products.
Microsoft went down 3 points. We got to save some money.
If you're looking to save big on your groceries, check out Kroger's clearance section. There are a ton of great deals waiting for you. You just have to know where to look.
You kidding me? That's a great deal.
Most grocery stores will display their clearance products right in the front, so you see them as you walk in. But that's not the case with Kroger. These items are usually stocked at the back of the store, making them easy to miss. The supermarket isn't really looking to turn a profit on their clearance items. Many of them are sold at just a few cents above cost. Taking a few extra minutes to browse the clearance rack is a great way to save a few bucks at Kroger's. Groceries can get pretty expensive, and those savings can really add up over time. It sounds too good to be true, right? You're probably thinking that you're going to go to the clearance section and all you'll find is a moldy cantaloupe and some expired Doritos. But don't fret, Kroger didn't get to be America's favorite grocery store by selling subpar products, so you can be sure that even the products in the clearance section will be of good quality. Next time you do your groceries at Kroger, start shopping at the back of the store. You never know what deals you'll find. This is probably the most useful piece of information we could give you about shopping at Kroger's. So, much like the clearance items, don't let this knowledge go to waste. No more senior discounts.
Elderly suck the life out of the young. Get them out of here.
Kroger's senior discounts vary from location to location. Some locations offer 5 to 10% discounts once a month, while others have Senior Tuesdays or Wednesdays, where shoppers over the age of 60 can buy their groceries at a discounted fee. Regardless of the details of the discount, this senior pricing is something Kroger has become known for and is obviously a big draw for those who qualify for these savings. That's what made this news so upsetting to many. Nearly 200 Kroger locations in Georgia, South Carolina, and Eastern Alabama did away with their weekly 5% senior discounts. This has become a bit of a trend for Kroger, with many of the supermarkets reducing their discounts or getting rid of them entirely. Remember when coupons ruled the grocery shopping experience?
Is that with or without the coupons?
Not so much anymore. While the company has tried not to make a big deal about the cuts, people have noticed, and they aren't too happy about it. However, to be fair to Kroger, the locations that dropped the senior discount also lowered prices on many of their items, so shoppers can still save on the produce. Even Warren Buffett shops there.
Oh, right. Like that's how Warren Buffett got rich.
Kroger is popular among people from all walks of life. Even Warren Buffett, yes, that Warren Buffett, loves Kroger. He recently became one of the largest shareholders in the company after purchasing over $500 million worth of shares. You may think your grocery bill is high, but we bet you've never spent that much at Kroger.
Oh my God!
This was a pretty classic investment move for Buffett, who now owns just over over 2% of the company. This puts Kroger's on the short list of food-based stocks Buffett invests in, Coca-Cola and Kraft Heinz being among the others of which Buffett also has stakes in. This totally counts as a celebrity endorsement, right? Or maybe even better, a man known for smart investing is literally willing to put his money where his mouth is when it comes to the quality of their stores.
He got me invested in some kind of fruit company.
This definitely comes as good news for Kroger and acts as a testament to the company's popularity and reliability. Thanks to its fair pricing and quality products, Kroger keeps customers coming back time and time again. We can only imagine Warren Buffett loading up his minivan with bags full of Coca-Cola, Kraft macaroni and cheese, and Heinz ketchup after a grocery run to Kroger's. Now that would be something to see.
I was waiting for that space.
Yeah? Tough.
The first supermarket surrounded by parking lots. Here's something you probably didn't know about Kroger, possibly because you've never really cared. But for any trivia buffs out there, this fun fact is an absolute gem. We've established that Kroger is somewhat of a groundbreaking company, but one of its many innovations often goes overlooked. Apparently, it was the first grocery store to be completely surrounded by parking lots. Take note, that's a potential Jeopardy question right there. Seeing malls, restaurants, and grocery stores completely surrounded by parking lots is the norm these days, but that wasn't always the case. As a general rule, parking lots suck, but this layout is mildly less terrible. Seeing a parking lot that surrounds the store is usually a good sign because it tends to mean that the store has maximized its parking space and you'll actually be able to find somewhere to park your car, and it won't be half a mile away from the store itself. The next time you're able to find a parking spot at a crowded store, know that you may have Kroger to thank for all those extra spaces. Oh dear.
Emergency! Wounded deer coming in!
We've said it before, Kroger is incredibly popular. Apparently, its fans aren't limited to human beings. If this incident is any indication, it seems like wildlife also enjoys the fresh produce. No one's really sure exactly how this event came to be, but one day, at a Kroger in Indiana, shoppers were interrupted by an unexpected visit from a deer. The animal, which was clearly as confused about the entire situation as the shoppers were, sprinted through the supermarket's aisles and launched itself over the meat counter. It didn't quite clear it and seemed to get stuck for a moment or two, but fueled by desperation to get the heck out of the meat section, that had to be traumatizing for the poor thing. The deer managed to recover and continue its rampage through the store. The deer was chased up and down aisles by employees. In the end, the deer found its way to the exit, leaving behind a group of customers trying to figure out what just happened.
What?
What?
Hopefully, the deer recovered from its minor injuries as well as from the shock. The store's manager confirmed the incident and quipped that they hoped that, in her time near the meat case, the deer noticed our expanded selection of plant-based protein products. The whole thing was caught on video, in case you need to see it to believe it. America's favorite supermarket. Maybe this one doesn't really count as an untold truth. Really, we've all known it all along, haven't we?
Always.
But in case you wanted to see the cold, hard stats, a survey conducted in 2017 showed that Kroger was voted as the best grocery store in America. Obviously, this is a matter of opinion. Maybe you're Team Costco or Team Publix, and that's totally fair. But there are a whole lot of people on Team Kroger, and they're not afraid to show it. There are a lot of reasons why Kroger got voted to the top spot in this survey. It also doesn't hurt that the grocery store has almost 3,000 locations, which can be found in 35 states, plus Washington, D.C.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
And is therefore super accessible to a large portion of the population. From humble origins to incredible success, Kroger has come a long way. Barney Kroger started the first store with his life savings of $372. To be fair, this is in 1883 dollars. And now Kroger rakes in approximately $110 billion a year. Talk about the American dream. And clearly, since Kroger has been dubbed the best grocery store in America, the supermarket's success is well deserved.
He's in the freezer. Just say cool off. No, I didn't say anything, actually. It's a shame.
Tap that screen to enjoy another one of our great videos. And show us some love by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell.